It looks absolutely hideous right now. This paint's only been on for 5 or 10 minutes and I'm about to spray it with water, and that seems like a bad idea. It seems like a good idea to wait for it to dry, but I did some testing and the longer I waited, the worse it got. So now it's time to reveal the final paint scheme. Hope I don't mess this up. All right, I got to give this 24 hours to dry. There are a couple parts I put too much soap on, so I can tape it off and re-soap those and get a little more silver to stick to it. But this looks cool. This is how I was hoping it would turn out. I'm really digging that. That is wild. And it's fun that I did it, and it's custom and I made it. There's some sort of pride that you get when you did it. Really happy with how this is turning out. The back end looks perfect. I think I need a little more silver on the down tube and more silver on this side, and she should be good to go. Today is the last day of painting. We're gonna be putting the clear coat on, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited to be done painting and start building this thing up and riding it. I've missed this bike in the couple weeks it's taken to paint this and strip it all down. I'm gonna clean it up right now with the cheesecloth, get any lint or fuzz or paper towel residue off of it. Here we go. This is just a sticky cloth that makes lint and dust and stuff stick to it, so it doesn't get trapped under the clear coat. I am really happy with how this turned out. I realize it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but that's okay. This is far from a professional paint job, but I've sure enjoyed the process. It's been really fun to do. I got a lot of my inspiration from Squid Bikes and spray.bike. Might want to check them out if you want to learn more about this style. I'm really excited to lock this color in and be done and get some clear coat on it. For clear coat, I'm using this 2K Clear Matte spray. It's a 2-part mixture with I can't remember, a hardener or accelerator or something in here. This stuff is like guaranteed to give you cancer. So I'm covering all my skin. I'm wearing a respirator. It's very toxic, so be very careful if you use it. I'll put a link to this in the description below. But I'm gonna go with a matte finish. And this is an experiment. The silver coat said not to use a top coat, so I might be totally destroying that, but it's had about a week to dry. I think it's gonna be okay. We're gonna see. The paint doesn't look perfect. There's drips and little bubbles and stuff, but that's okay. It's a bike meant to be ridden, and it's got a wild side, and I think it fits perfectly what we're going for. I'm not a professional. This is not a how-to. This is just my story of doing this. I'm pretty scared of this stuff. Even if it touches your skin can kind of absorb it. So it actually has 2 parts inside of this can. We need to activate the second part. To do that, we remove this little cap. Put this on here, and then you hit it, and it releases the thing inside. Okay, it went all the way down. Now it's released the hardener or whatever chemical that makes this harder and better than regular clear coat in a can. This is the only way to do it in a can from what I've heard. So now I have to shake it for 2 minutes and then it's ready to apply. All right, this is gonna be matte, so it's not a gloss finish. I did not want gloss. I think matte looks pretty cool. It's pretty unique. This is already a wild paint job anyway. Let's keep it wild by running it matte. I'm gonna wait 10 minutes, let that flash dry, and then give it another coat. It's interesting, the paint has kind of faded a little because I left it out in the sun over the weekend to dry. I forgot how harsh Arizona sun is. I've learned a lot in this project, and I feel like the next one I do will be even better. But I'm stoked with how this is turning out. I feel like the clear coat's bringing some of the color back out. The silver and the lavender are surprisingly pretty similar, and in the sun they look almost like one color, but when there's not direct light on it, the silver really pops. I think it's a really fun combo. All right, that means we're ready for the next coat. This is my second can. These are about 25 bucks a can, so it's not cheap, but I want to protect this. I put a lot of work into it. Even though it's not perfect, I want it to look good. All right, time for the third and final coat. All right, we're out. Now we leave it to let it dry. What did I learn? If you want a professional paint job, have a professional do it. But this has been really fun. If you enjoyed this and you think it took guts and you want to support this channel to see more crazy stuff like this, even if you don't like the paint job but you enjoyed watching the process and you learned something, consider supporting this channel by becoming a patron. For as little as $5 a month, you can make a big difference and help me make more videos more frequently. Thanks for watching. There's a party in the mountains and you're invited.